Hello again. We are ready for the first round of the Cable Baby Sack. We finished the foundation round and now we're ready for the first round. And this is a picture of what we're making. And this shows what we're going to be getting to eventually. So it's going to be pretty. So we are ready to start row 1, the first round after the foundation round. The first round says knit 1, purl 1 8 times. And in this round we're going to be able to start putting markers in. We already have the first marker that shows the beginning of the round. And it's blue. And all the rest of our markers are going to be white. So now this says knit 1, purl 1 8 times. So we go knit 1 time. 2, 3, 4. So you notice I'm taking the yarn back for the knits. I'm bringing the yarn forward for the purls. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. And after this you can place a marker. Let's put your little marker there. I'm just using a clear plastic cheapo thing. I think they call them cabone rings or something. I don't know why they call them that, but I have no idea what that means. Alright, purl 1, and then all of a sudden you're doing your first cable. Woohoo! So we did our first purl here. Now we need to cable 4 back. And I'm going to pull up my little thing here and look at the cable 4 back. That's C4B. That means slip 2, move them to the back, knit 2, then knit 2 from the cable. So that's what we're going to do. Now we need our cable needle. So we slip 2. So you just get these 2 and you put them on the short end of your cable needle. And then it says leave them in the back. So just let them sit back in the back like that. See how I just dropped it? Boop, just like that. So now you knit 2 on the regular needle. Make sure your yarn is back because you just did a purl. Make sure you have your yarn back after that purl when you do this. Knit your 2 here. 1, 2, and then you knit the 2 from the cable needle. So you pick up your cable needle, and it's kind of awkward for this row because it's so close to the bottom. And you slide it down. See how I slid it? Because I picked them up with the short end, and now I'm sliding them down to the long end, and that way it keeps them in order. They don't get twisted around before you knit them. Now you just knit them straight up. That was a cable 4 back. And then after that you purl 1. So you purl 1 there. And then here is where you place another marker. There. So now you have your purl and that first little cable and then a purl and then you have another marker. So now it says work the first row of the center cable panel pattern. So what you have to do is use your cable pattern, a little chart. And the first row is this row down here at the bottom. So we're going to be starting and we're going to be knitting straight from right to left, just like you knit when you knit. You know, you knit from right to left. So when you follow the chart, you're going to follow it from right to left. And we're going to do that with every row of this chart because we're knitting in the round and we're always going around on the right side. So every row is going to be going from right to left, just like that. So we're working the first row. It's going to be knit, knit, purl, 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 knit, knit, purl, purl, knit, knit, purl, 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 knit, knit. Right? That's not hard. So there's the chart. I'm going to try to keep it so you can see it. So we're going to start off the first row with 2 knits. 1, 2. Then we do 3 pearls. 1, 2, 3. Then we do 2 knits. 1, 2. Then we do 2. Did I do that right? 2 knits, yeah. 2 pearls. 2 pearls. Then we do 2 knits. 2 knits. Then we do 2 pearls. No, 3 pearls. 1, 2, 3. And then we do 2 knits. 1, 2. There. Now you can look at this and you can see where your cable pattern was done. You can look and you can see your 2 knits. You can see your 3 pearls. And then your 2 more knits, your 2 pearls, your 2 knits, your 3 pearls, and your 2 knits. And that's how you can look at your knitting and make sure you did it right. After you work that little panel pattern, the chart, put another marker. Then it says purl 1 on your instructions. Go back to your instruction sheet. So it says, see, I'm going to show you. Shoot, first round. We did the pattern, the cable pattern, the chart, and now it says after the center cable thing, it says to purl 1, cable 4 forward, purl 1. So we're ready to do another cable. So I did my purl, now I need to do a cable 4 forward. And the cable 4 forward means slip 2, leave them front, then knit 2, then knit 2 from the cable. So this is a little different from the cable 4 back, but not much different. The only difference is when you get these 2 and you slip them under the short end, you don't leave them back, you leave them forward. So you bring them forward. Make sure you take your yarn back after that purl. Knit 2 stitches. And then knit 2 from your cable needle. So make sure you're going from the long end this time. And you knit the 2 stitches off the cable needle. So the cable needle only holds the stitches for a very short time. Some people don't even use a cable needle. They come up with all kinds of crazy ways to do things. Now, do a purl, and then here's where you place another marker. Now we purl 1, knit 1, 15 times. 1, 2, 3. Now, before I continue making these, I want you to notice something. When we first started this round, I mean, it said to knit 1, purl 1 8 times. Remember that? See how it said knit 1, purl 1 8 times? And then we did the little cable, and we did the panel, and then we did the little cable again. And now it says purl 1, knit 1. So make sure you don't do knit 1, purl 1. It's purl 1, knit 1 after. There's a change. So don't get confused there. Don't do the wrong thing. The voice of experience is yelling at you. The voice of experience has made lots of mistakes in the past. So I'm trying to help you not do that. So now, ready to purl. And knit again. There's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now before I go on, I'm going to count and make sure I did those right. I'm just going to count by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. And then we purl one. Don't forget that purl, it's important. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. We did purl one, that one 15 times, and then it says purl one. Don't forget that little purl one. Then it says repeat from the asterisk to the asterisk once more. So we go back to the beginning, do purl 1, cable 4 back, purl 1, do the panel, purl 1, cable 4 forward, and purl 1. And then at the end, we're going to purl 1, knit 1 7 times, and then purl 1. So it's complicated, ain't it, man? So many things. So at this point, after you finish that little purl stitch that we just added, you need to put your stitch marker again. Bring your yarn forward, do a purl. Now we're going to do a cable 4 back again. I need to slide my stitches around. I'm starting to get stretched out too much. Over here. There. Cable 4 back. The cables we're making on this row are the most difficult to make, so don't let this determine your opinion of cables. They get much easier as we go in this design. This is the hardest one at the very beginning. Purl 1. And here's where we put a stitch marker. After we do that, we work the cable pattern, the chart. Back over there again. Knit 2, purl 3, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 3, knit 2. Place another marker. Then we do a purl 1, cable 4 forward, pardon me, camera. Uh-oh. After that purl, make sure your yarn is back. Knit 2. Then we knit the 2 from the cable needle. Then we purl 1. Then you place your stitch marker. Then we do purl 1, knit 1 7 times. Purl 1. 1. 2. 3. 3, 4, 5, 5. Make sure you bring your yarn forward for your pearls, Sandy. 6. I think, yeah, that was 6. 7, and then you end with a pearl one. Yay, we're at the stitch marker. We did it right. Yay! Woohoo! So that's the end of round 1. So what I do when I finish, instead of just setting it down with this stitch marker hanging, is I go ahead and I look to see what the first stitch of the next round is going to be. It's a knit, so I go ahead and knit the first stitch, and that secures my marker. And what I would do on my chart over here is I have a little magnet on my stand, and I put the magnet right above that one. So now when I finish that, I go ahead and I move it up so that I know now that I'm working on the second row. So I'll see you in the next video for the second round. You take care.